Alrighty guys, we've hopped into a speed test with the brand new iPhone 8 Plus on the left versus the 7 Plus on the right. As you can see, the iPhone 8 Plus with its glass back design and the beautiful new gold color as well. And obviously we do have the 7 Plus with the space gray. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this phone back over. So what we are going to do is power both of these devices down and do a startup test to start things off. So we'll slide to power those both off. Now, I do have the chargers connected, as you guys can see. That is connected to a power strip connected to the wall. So when I do flick the switch on the wall, it will actually power the devices on at the same time. So it's the most fair test that you can do starting up. So when these devices are ready, which I think they are, they've already powered off, I will count to 3 and I will flick the switch. So 1, 2, 3. Flick the switch and we'll see which one starts up first. As we can see, the iPhone 7 Plus has started up first, just behind the, just in front of the iPhone 8 Plus, should I say? All right. So as we can see, the iPhone 8 Plus with a bit of a stutter there, but did actually start up first. Now we're just waiting for the 7 Plus. There we go. So not too far behind, to be honest with you, but it's probably due to the A11 Bionic chip, which is a much faster chip versus the A10. Pretty sure Fusion in the 7 Plus. They both have obviously 3 gigs of RAM running iOS 11. Just to prove to you what they are, what the phones do have. Both exactly the same. Obviously different capacity because you can't get the 128 gig in the iPhone 8 Plus. But 64 gig on the 8 Plus, 7 Plus, 128 gig. No photos, no songs, 15 applications, exactly the same on each phone. So what I'm first going to do is just show you which applications I have here. So these are the ones that we'll be running through for a test, and obviously these are just normal applications on the phone. So first of all, just for a general thing, we're going to start off with the weather, maps, a bit of the App Store, and then hit Safari and see which one starts up faster. And also we'll do the camera and see which one pulls focus faster. So first of all, we're going to start off count to 3 and we'll hit maps. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm not going to wipe any of the background apps either, so I'm just going to keep them open to see which ones are faster. So we'll do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. So again, obviously they're already open, so they're going to be ready to load. But iPhone 8 Plus, 7 Plus, pretty spot on there for exactly the same timing. Do weather, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the 8 Plus was maybe just a hair in front. It's not much of a difference at all, so you can't really tell. So next up, we'll hit the camera. 1, 2, 3. Again, that was pretty much identical. So back out of that, we'll go to the App Store. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the iPhone, obviously they loaded different sections there. So we'll start that. We'll just do that one again. As you guys can see, we'll go 1, 2, 3. So iPhone 8 Plus just a bit faster there, but they are web apps, so it doesn't really show the exact true performance of the phone. 1, 2, 3. Open Safari. Again, exactly the same. Now I do have a folder designed just for the speed test, as you guys can see. So we'll start off with the Verge on the count of 3 again. 1, 2, 3. So this is pretty much just seeing which one loads faster. Like I just said, not much of a difference on both the devices there. They pretty much loaded the exact same time. So we will go for another one. And we'll open CNET, which is the second one. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, they're pretty much neck and neck. This is just seeing which one pretty much grabs the Wi-Fi first. As you guys can see, the 7 Plus did. So it's not a true in-depth comparison, not till we get to the apps and see the hardware specs. So now, go to Apple. 1, 2, 3. So the iPhone 8 Plus just won there, but the iPhone 7 Plus not too far behind. All right, so get out of those, and we'll start with the first app that we have here, which is Speed Test on both devices. I'll pick the server, so then I know. So I'm going to pick the server on both devices, so we know they're running the exact same server. Obviously, we'll do it separate because you can't run you can run at the same time, but the speeds will be very, very different on both devices. Now, I'm just hoping that maybe the new chips inside the 8 Plus are obviously a bit faster than the 7 Plus, but we'll find out now. And for those who don't know, the upload is limited to 1.5 to 2 in Australia. Pretty stupid. But that's why the upload speed is so low. Now, we've got download 82. Not too bad, actually, at this time of day, 10:30 in the morning. Now, that test is done. Now, we'll run it on the iPhone 7 Plus. See if the test is any different. Well, as you guys can see there, it is varying a little bit. The ping is a little bit different for some reason, but there you go. It is pretty much, it's 84. So it actually got a bit faster than the 8 Plus. So to be honest with you, this doesn't really show that the 8 Plus has anything a bit faster in it in terms of network chips. But we can run that one more time and see what does happen. So we'll test that one more time. As you guys can see there, both tests are finished again. This got a very similar speed to last time, so that's very consistent. The 7 Plus, not so much, just dropped 20 megabytes. I don't know why, but we'll close out of that. Now we're going to go into Geekbench and see which one actually has the faster, obviously, CPU. We know which one does, but we'll see what the Geekbench comes out with. Alright, finally they are both done. Now, as you guys can see the time differences, the iPhone 7 Plus actually had a problem. It wouldn't actually load the first test that I did, but these are the scores I did get. So 4,264 single core score on the iPhone 8 Plus versus 3,445 single core score on the iPhone 7 Plus. The multi-core score is a big difference. 10,396 on the iPhone 8 Plus versus 5,691 on the iPhone 7 Plus. So that is close to double the score on the 8 Plus, should I say. That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous score. Something went wrong with Geekbench, but these are the scores that we did get, like I said before. And they are pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. But they're both running 3 gigs of RAM. Obviously, this has got the A11 Bionic chip. This has the A10 Fusion chip. This iPhone 8 Plus has the same chip as the iPhone 10, which is coming out in about a month's time. So the speed-wise is going to be very similar to this in the iPhone 10. So if you guys are interested, there you go. Now, we'll start opening up some games and see how they go. So first of all, we have Infinity Blade 3. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, these games are very intense when it comes to what they do with the processors and all that kind of stuff. So they're very dense games. So the chips are going to be put to work here and see which one actually starts up faster and comes to life. So as you guys can see there, they're both pretty similar here. The 7 Plus isn't going that bad considering it is only a year old. But as you guys can see there, the A11 Bionic chip is actually obviously powering through a bit faster due to almost a double multi-core score. Finally, they are done. The iPhone 7 Plus didn't actually do too bad. Like, it is pretty much neck and neck with the iPhone 8 Plus the whole way. So I'm not going to keep going into this whole trailer. All right, now moving on to the next game because that was taking way too long to load in. But just for comparison, you saw the 7 Plus was pretty much with it the whole time. We have Real Racing 3. 1, 2, 3. So again, they're neck and neck. 7 Plus not doing too bad there. Still pretty close. So we'll see which one actually loads up. There we go. So the iPhone 8 Plus, which you expect to load up actually faster, but the iPhone 7 Plus isn't doing too bad. So that is pretty much it. There we go. So we'll get out of those again. Next up, we've got Asphalt 8. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll see the loading speeds. See which one actually loads up faster, because I think there's a loading bar here. But just from the first look, maybe not. Just from first looks, just the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone 7 Plus, should I say, is actually not doing too bad. So we'll get out of those ones. Next up, we have Mario Run. So 1, 2, 3. But you can see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the screens are actually a bit different, obviously due to the True Tone display on the 8 Plus. But they're still loading. There you go. So again, they're pretty much neck and neck. Like, you can't actually tell much of a difference between the two phones. They're very similar. Like, the 8 Plus just lost there to the 7 Plus in that test. But next up, we go to Twitter. See which one loads Twitter faster. 1, 2, 3. Again, 8 plus 1 there. Again, should I say 7 plus 1 there, not the 8 plus. Moving on to the Apple Store. 1, 2, 3. So as you guys can see, the iPhone 8 plus 1 there. So it's very, very similar. YouTube. Let's load a video and see which one loads the video faster. So let's find the same video. Again, they're pretty much exactly the same. So there's actually not much of a difference in terms of opening apps and all that kind of stuff. They are very, very similar. So if I go back here now, and you can swipe through all of it, and all the apps are still in the background here, and they're all opening up exactly the same, to be honest with you. The 7 plus, 8 plus, very, very close comparison here, to be honest with you. Not much of a difference whatsoever. So if you have a 7 plus, it's probably not worth upgrading unless you're looking for wireless charging or the new portrait mode in the, one of the camera features. But apart from that, the speed-wise, on paper, the 8 Plus should be destroying that, but maybe because iOS 11 is so optimized for both devices that they are very, very similar in terms of just general applications and general day-to-day use. So from what I can see from now, that the 7 Plus and 8 Plus about the same in terms of just normal speeds. Maybe once you start using it more, once you start loading photos and all that kind of stuff, it might be a bit of a difference. But as of now, if you've got the 7 Plus, it's probably not worth upgrading to the 8 Plus. So hope you guys have enjoyed this speed test. If you have, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. Share this video around with your friends. I think this will be one of the first speed test videos on YouTube of the brand new 8 Plus versus the 7 Plus. So if you guys are excited for that, like I said, subscribe, share it around. And I will also have a camera test coming out for both of these phones, a slow motion test. And if there's any other tests you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments down below. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video.